Hey guys, Ninja Zane here with another video, and today we're going to be exploring a crazy glitch that has been discovered in LEGO Dimensions. It's honestly pretty insane. It breaks the game a little bit, where I'm not expecting it to be that broken. Um, Pretty game breaking. This is going to be how to play 4 characters in the majority of the game in LEGO Dimensions, so definitely a huge glitch. I'm gonna have some timestamps in the description below, but I'll be giving a little bit of a tutorial. I didn't see any tutorials on YouTube for this one, so I wanted to make sure if anyone wanted to do this glitch that they could. And we'll also do a little bit of experimenting with this glitch and see, what kind of breaks the game, and if we can do most things here. So we'll take a look at that in this video. Do you want to give a shout out to CR Reviews on Reddit, who is the original finder of this glitch? He found this glitch in 2023. It looks like in June is when the original thread was made. So want to give him a shout out. I'll have the original thread in the description below. Thank you, CR Reviews, for finding this glitch. I am doing this on my Xbox Series X version 2.4.2, but I do believe this is also valid on the PlayStation 5 version and PlayStation 4 version, really. And I don't know about the Wii U or Xbox 360 or PS3 versions. They are older. It still could be valid. If it is valid, please let me know in the comment section below, and other people can also do that glitch on those versions. But without further ado, we will go ahead and get into the tutorial section of this video, and I'll then do some experimenting. Alright, so we're not going to get into the tutorial section of this video here. I just want to let you know, as a reminder, that you do need to have the mystery dimension unlocked, as well as one year 2 character. So that's going to mean you have to have all of the adventure worlds in year 1 visited, so 14 characters from that world, and you also have to have at least one year 2 character for a battle arena. It doesn't matter who, as long as that menu is available in order to perform this glitch. Hey guys, Zane here in post, and I wanted to make a quick edit to that last statement I just made. If you go in the link in the description below to the timestamp of doing this an alternative way, I found an alternative way in this video during the experimentation section of how to do it a different way. So if you want to see that part, I would highly recommend going to the link. It's going to be performed the exact same way as what I'm about to describe, but just wanted to give that disclaimer there below. You actually only need the starter pack characters and one year 2 level pack technically to do this if you really wanted to. And like I said, again, I'm doing this on Xbox Series X on the latest patch. So basically what you're gonna want to do here is I have one character here. I have Bubbles. She's gonna be right next to the mystery dimension portal. You're just gonna want to jump in, just hop in that portal, and then you can either do this from the main portal base, or you can go to the side console here with Supergirl or whoever else you're using. And I'm just gonna select the level select screen, and then you want to just check just to make sure that your controllers are connected. So the best way to do that is to go to the battle arena screen with Supergirl. You just press the button here, and then you just want to make sure your 4 controllers are connected, and mine are. And then what you're going to want to do here, it's a little bit frame perfect, at least for this section. You just want to make sure you're spamming the A button, or the X or cross button for PlayStation, the equivalent basically. And you're just going to spam that button. Once you get to the next screen, you'll get to this screen here, and it'll just kind of glitch out a little bit. So we'll see if this can work here, but basically I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to spam the A button here. And as you can see there, I was not frame perfect on that one. So we're doing this kind of real time, so we'll see how this works. So we're going to try it again here. So we're going to just spam the A button, and we're going to do this a couple times just to see if this can do anything. Alright, let's try it one more time here. And you can actually, if you don't get the glitch, you can just back out with any of the controllers that you're using, just pressing the B button. I'm kind of doing this in a scuff setup as well, just because I am using 4 controllers on my leg, so you know it might be a little easier if you're doing it in a different setup, but this is the way I'm doing it. So let's try it again here. And as you can see here, I did make it to the screen and I was spamming A on that next section. And so you'll see on the next screen, because you'll see kind of a block set up like the mystery, as you can see here, you just saw that in that little frame there, that there were 4 screens. So that does mean that the glitch was performed well. You can also do this with 3 characters. I forgot to mention that before, but you can do this with 3 characters. It just means that that last black square is going to be black. And once that square is black, you also just cannot add any characters. So you're just going to be stuck with 3 characters from there. But as you can see, we made it into the mystery dimension with 4 characters here. We're going to go back to Vorton. But you could also see that there was, on that screen, there was no character icons for the, obviously the 4th and 5th, not the 4th, the 3rd and 4th players. And that's just because the game doesn't intend you to play as 4 characters, so obviously it's not going to show that those characters are there. But as you can see here, I got Jay as our 3rd player here, and I can, pretty much do everything here. And then we also have Bubbles as our 4th player now. But that is kind of the best way to do the glitch. Just basically you want to press frame perfect with all the controllers, or at least the first 2, but preferably all of them when you select the mystery dimension and the battle arenas, and then just spam A just to make sure that all of your controllers are connected from there. And then you'll see once you get to the mystery dimension if the glitch actually worked or not. And you can also kind of see it when we were in the portal, like the little trails that we're following, like Supergirl's I believe is green, and everyone else had different trails. You can also see it by that, because that is a way for you to tell that someone's actually controlling that character. So like Supergirl I believe is player 2 because she has the green like bar following her, if that makes sense. But that is the basic way to do the glitch, and let's go ahead and we'll do some experimenting now. Alright, so this next section here, we're just going to do a little bit of experimenting. So first thing, obviously, you just want to try putting in a 5th character. You can still switch to the 5th character. Everything still works. I can switch back. Everything works fine. And then take him off. He'd be fine. Looks like everything's still fine on that end. But now we are just going to go ahead and we're going to test out some levels here. So let's just go to really just any level would be fine. Just what level is a good one? Let's do this one here. We'll just do the first section here. And as you can see, Supergirl still has the green trails. It doesn't look like I can move around with anybody, but I think that's more of an adventure world thing. Cutscenes are still normal, so we'll watch this cutscene a little bit here. I'm assuming that you'll be fine and it'll still work. One note is to perform this glitch, you do have to actually have the first level complete. Just in order to unlock all of the adventure worlds, you have to have the first level complete. I think that there are glitches to avoid that technically, but it's, pretty difficult because you still have to have the main portal. And I don't think you'd play any battle arenas until after that is done anyway, so basically you do have to finish the first level. So if you're trying to do a 4-player playthrough of the game, you can't do that in the first level. But as you can see here, we're still all 4 characters. Everything looks normal on my end. You could pretty much go all around here, so it looks pretty playable to me. So that looks fine to me. We'll go ahead and exit from this level. Ooh, I just noticed I paused the game and it doesn't let me unpause. So that's weird. Let's see here. So I just paused the game with Slimer. And I just had to unpause with Jay. So that is weird. I believe that actually this character was my player 2 before. But that's so odd. So if I pause with Jay, okay. That is really strange. I don't know. Let's see if I pause with my other controller. My player 4, Bubbles here. No, it's weird. Okay. But just my player 3 for some reason. It might just have to do with the order that I selected my Battle Arena characters in. I did notice that my player 2 and player 3 switched when I selected, and I think that was just because of the order I selected the Battle Arena characters in. So that is really odd. So, yeah, but for some reason, not this one. Oh yeah, this one. Okay. So I'm pressing the plus button of this one. This is J. Yeah, it's weird. I press the plus button and it doesn't do anything that time. But I press the plus button on the other controller and it works. This is kind of scuffed. Oh my goodness. So if you do want to play this with 4 characters, you might have a different plus button from someone. So I wish I could give a visual of this, but basically I am pressing the plus button with J right now. And now I can move it. I can move it up and down. If I press the plus button or whatever other button, basically not doing anything. I can press the A button. But if I want to press the plus button on the controller with timer, okay, and now I'm not able to move at all. Oh right, this is such a strange glitch. Okay, now I'm able to move again.
I might be really clever, but this thing's beyond me.
Okay, so I'm able to fly now, but once I'm on the ground, watch this, I can't move. If you're looking at the left bottom screen with Slimer, I'm able to fly, but not able to move. That is really odd. So, okay, it's really strange. We're just gonna go ahead and exit this level, but that was strange. I'm also curious when exiting a level, like let's say like Bubbles. Let's just collect some studs. Like, where do those studs go? Like, we have about 16,000 studs collected. And let's just watch our count. So 16,000 with Supergirl and 16,000 with Jay. So we should have gotten more than that with everybody else. So let's just exit the level and we'll save and exit. We need to have more than 32,000. So let's exit here. This is such a strange glitch. So 442. 442. So that is roughly 32,000. So I'm not sure if those studs counted. Let's see here. All right, and we're gonna quit Devorton. All right.
Where am I?
And there might be some cuts here and there, just to go to specific sections. Let's go to a different level. I'm just curious to see if, like, I don't collect any studs and only this player 2 or player 3 and 4 collected. If anybody gets studs, like if we collect any studs at that point. Let's find a level that'd be good.
You know, I may look cute, but if you try and scare
I'm not sure where would be the best level for that. I don't have any level pack characters for that. Let's just do... This will be a fine level to do. We can do that. Yeah, as you can see, we still have the 4 characters. Everything's still good on that front. And then can anyone skip a cutscene? Well, let's look. It looks like only player 1 and player 2 can skip cutscenes. So I'm trying to press it skip cutscene with player 3 and 4. Cannot do it. But player 1 and 2 can skip cutscenes. So that's unfortunate for player 3 and 4. But you know, if you're playing this, you're probably gonna always do that. Okay, we're gonna turn off some of these because we don't necessarily need them. That's not the one we actually need off. We need the Accio studs. And then we're just gonna kill levels a few times here. Sorry, Bubbles.
Check. Okay, time to get right back into it.
Might take a few tries here. And we're not even going to move with them. I don't even want to move with them. Also, Slimer is able to move all the way around again. So, it looks like it was maybe just... I'm not sure what happened with that level. I am going to try this again, just to see if there's like a difference in what was happening before. It looks like I can move it all around again, so maybe it was just a glitch with that level. I'm not sure. Okay. Jay, though, is no longer able to do that. It also looks like, it's something I just noticed, but it looks like all of our characters have just like swapped the position they're in. So like Bubbles and Supergirl were not player 1 and 2 before. I believe Jay was player 2. Slimer was always player 3. So, but it looks like some characters have swapped the positions they were playing. And I cannot press the plus button with that controller. Oh, okay. And now it's a black screen. Let's just like fly forward and see what happens.
Coloring.
I'm trying to move around. Okay, now I heard myself in a portal. Okay. And I think I just bricked the game. So, I mean, if you want to do this glitch, it seems pretty broken. Especially in levels, is what I'm hearing here. Let's go ahead and reset, and we'll try that level again. Okay, just another note on this glitch. It's still bricked. I tried doing a little bit of experimenting. I can still press the plus button and pause the game, but I can hear Jay jumping, so it doesn't actually pause the game, but you can hear, like, you can hear me pausing the game, but I'm still jumping the entire time. So I really am not sure what is going on in this glitch, but I'm gonna go ahead and reset the game and we'll have to restart the glitch here. Alright, so we're back on this level. I had to re-perform the glitch and reboot the game from the start, like from the home menu. I mean, that was a crazy glitch again. I think that there's going to be a few of these resets in this video here, just based on that alone. So we're gonna just try, like I said, we're gonna go just collect some studs, just in general. And I'm not going to exit the level as Supergirl or Jay in this instance. As you can see, I'm noticing, I'm not sure if these studs are actually collected, because you can see they just kind of disappear. Like, it's a little different than if like we're gonna like just collect a stud, for example, with Slimer. Like, as you can see, it goes up there. But like with someone like Supergirl, I walk up and the stud just disappears. So I'm thinking that it's not going to And I just realized I collected studs with slime. So we'll see here, because I'm not able to collect studs with Slimer. I'm going to switch to a different character so I can kill him off.
Adventure time!
There's Slimer. There's Slimer. And let's turn to Finn. Alright, so we're gonna kill Finn. Sorry, Finn. You gotta die. And he's dead. Alright, and now we have no studs. So we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna exit the level with Bubbles. And we're gonna save and exit. Alright, so let's see here if any studs show up this time. Nothing. Okay, so yeah, the studs just disappear. So it looks like if you're doing this glitch, your player 3 and 4 cannot add to your stud count. So yeah, that's a great thing to know about. Let's go to the next section here. So really strange. Also, look at that. Isn't that so cool? You can walk, you can go around with 4 players in the portal. I mean, that's awesome. Okay, and this way, now I'm Slimer's player 1 and Supergirl is player 2. Alright. So the next test we're gonna do is we're gonna go to an adventure world. I don't think it matters where. Let's do.
I may look cute, but if you try and scare me, I'm gonna punch you straight into space.
Oh, I'm not. I don't have Sonic on here anymore. Then I guess we're gonna do the. Ooh. I don't think it's gonna matter. Like, if my player 3 or 4 is like Finn or Jay, I think that we're still gonna be able to get there, the world, even though like I'm Finn right now. Ooh, you're not. Okay, we're gonna take Finn off. And we're just gonna try this
See
briefly.
what Shelby's up to. Later.
We're just gonna briefly see. So let's just say like Powerpuff Girls Worlds is tier 2. Okay. And she was our what, player 3, player 4. So everything works well on that. Let's just go to a world. I don't know which world I kind of want to go to. Well, let's go to. I'm really like blanking on which world. I'm thinking the Sonic world, because that'd be cool. So if we all go to the Sonic world,
Gotta go fast.
bam. You can see here we're all exploring. You can all travel around with the 4 characters. Everything works fine. I mean, it looks. I'm gonna think that the worlds are a lot more playable. But I mean, this would be kind of cool. Like, basically, if you had 4 people, like I'm just playing by myself. But like, if you actually had 4 people, like in an adventure world, like that would be so fun. Like you could just be doing 4 different things at the same time. What we're gonna do here now is we're going to not Supergirl. I have to remember which all my players are. So like with once again here, it doesn't look like player 3 and 4 can collect studs. So if you want to collect studs with them, sorry. But let's say like let's do a quest. For example, like I think the big quest is around here somewhere. I also just noticed that there is no map. So if you're playing with 4 characters, there is no longer a map on the screen. So sorry if you wanted to use a map here. Where's the big quest? I would think it'd be over here somewhere. Nope, that's the Knuckles quest.
Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 3 times.
I'd be okay with that though. I really am not sure where any of this stuff is. It's been so long since I played this. There you are. Alright, so let's just say we're going to do a Knuckles quest. So this is with our 4th player.
What? The Master Emerald? Oh, it's fine. I've just hidden it somewhere more secure for now.
Actually, it's kind of cool watching this, like, actually, after watching the Knuckles show and, like, the first 3 Sonic movies, I actually understand a little bit more. Because I'm not really a big Sonic player. I do have Sonic Frontiers? Not Frontiers. Maybe it is Frontiers. I have whatever the latest Sonic game is. And I haven't played it yet, but it's on my list. But for some reason, I know more about it. Okay, so I'll look at that. Now the accept the quest shows up on every screen. Now, can I move it on every screen? No, you're still able to explore on everybody else's screen, it looks like. Ooh, almost just dropped it. Okay. So, let's accept the quest. And that bricks the game. So, let's reset that again. But it looks like if you wanted to do that, a quest, it looks like it bricks the game with a 3rd or 4th player. So, don't do quests, I guess. Let's reset again. Alright, so now we are in the ET world, because I wanted to try something else out here. And we are Sonic here. I noticed something when I died as a player 3 or 4. So, like, with player 3 or 4, you can see the hearts, they are still there. So you still do have hearts. You just can't see them. Also, my screen is flickering now. Okay, so we're gonna try a race as Sonic. Let's see, because we're playing.
This should be a piece of cake.
Let's player floor.
If cuteness can't help with this, then I don't
Let's
want
try.
any part of it.
I argue this actually makes it easier, because when you're playing with 2 characters, like half the screen is allocated to somebody else, so it makes the races like infinitely harder. I mean, everything looks normal on this.
Say, didn't I pass your home planet on my way to Earth?
I love the interactions with characters. Alright, so as far as I see here, this race is normal. We're just going to complete the race just to say I did, but I mean, it looks like the races are feasible. But yeah, if you want to do a quest, it's not going to happen. It looks like it. So, I wonder if there's any quests around. See, I don't have a map, so I don't know what quests are where. It looks like we can go inside somewhere. So let's try going inside to this place. And I can go inside.
Coloring.
Wait, what? As you can see, it's giving me a visual of the place. Like if you were just to go in. Okay, yeah. It looks like you're giving a visual of the place where, like if someone else was there.
Flowers shrivel up so suddenly. It looked perfectly healthy.
But yeah, everything else, I mean, it looks like I'm in here fine. Like obviously I could probably do this gold brick if I had all the characters necessary, so that looks fine on here if you wanted to go into a building as a 4th player, because a lot of the finicky things are going to be with player 3 and 4 in this glitch. Okay, I wish I could move. There we go. So I mean, a lot of the finicky things are going to be with player 3 and 4. Player 1 and 2 are mostly normal from what I understand. I mean, let's try going inside with player 1, like, because I know we can go inside the ship. So let's see. Where's the entrance? Oh, that's the entrance. I don't know why I didn't think that was the entrance. Okay, so let's see for her. So when we went in here, you can see on the second screen is where it gave me the instructions. So we're gonna try this one more time as Slimer, since he is player 2. I'm just gonna go inside. We'll just go in the same place because I'm just curious. If I'm thinking correctly, I'm thinking it's gonna be the opposite screen on the same level that you're on is where they're gonna show like the things in there. So like for Slimer. Nope, it's gonna be player 3 for that one. So notice for player 4 it was player 3. For player 1 it was player 2, and for player 2 it's player 3. So just to be sure, I'm gonna do it again as Supergirl. So it'll probably be Sonic for this one. Just because I think for Sonic, probably it just, you know, it's not going to be player 1 because that's not as obvious. Okay, for player 3, it actually is player 3. That is not odd at all. So like player 3 is normal compared to everything else. Really? Is that for real? Yeah, it's totally just the same. But like, if I wanted to go in as... Let's try going in as Bubbles at the same time the cutscene's playing. Okay, so the cutscene's... Since Supergirl's already in there, it looks like it's just going to play like normal. So, let's go out as Supergirl. And let's go in as Bubbles. It'll show up again. Okay, this time it shows up on Supergirl's screen. What? And that is just so strange. So let's go in as Slimer.
Oh, nice to meet you, Mr. Slimer.
We're gonna go in maybe at the same time. Let's try going at the same time. Ready, go. So it showed on the third screen. Okay. I'm really curious about this. This is just strange. I think Supergirl's the one character where it shows it. But now, if I do it on Slimer, for example, I just want to see on Slimers.
Good evening.
Okay. I really I don't understand why it does that. We're not gonna worry about it. But yeah, that is some world experimenting. I mean, the biggest thing is if you try to do a quest as player 3 or 4, it's gonna soft lock the game. It's soft locked at least as Sonic or whoever else. But you can do races. And it looks like other gold bricks, like other things you can do, I'm assuming is going to be similar. The other thing that we'll look at, we'll just take a brief look and just see if any keystones are affected. I believe there's a keystone mission over here. Yeah, there's a keystone over here. So I'm assuming it's all going to be the same, but we'll take a look. I need Slimer, but I don't. Slimer's way over here. The other thing that's kind of annoying about having 4 players is, you know, with 7 spots on the toy pad, there's not a lot of switching that can happen. Like, so you're pretty much locked as the character you are. I mean, there's still like some characters you can switch to, but I mean, just a lot less there. So let's see. Alright.
Say, didn't I pass your home planet on my way to Earth?
I think that's talking about E.T., not Sonic. Now that I'm thinking about it. Okay, so now I really need this just to get the keystone. Where's the keystone here? The chi thing. Now I'm like doing like levels that I've never played. And not that I've never played, it's just been a long time.
E.T. go home.
Alright.
Finn is in the his house.
Alright, let's get in here. I'm not sure if I'll cut this or not, so if you're watching this on YouTube, say hi. But I think that there is a wizard thing that you need here. Is that right? Yeah, it's a wizard thing. So all of this is connected. It has been a hot second since I played this. I know that I can use Gandalf. Let's use Voldemort. And my toy pad's basically full.
From this day forth, you put your faith in me.
Alright. So there we go. So I'm curious too, like this is gonna be the Chroma Keystone. Not the Chroma. What's the one that's big and little? I don't even remember all of these Keystone names. This is the one that makes you big and little. Okay. And this will be the Keystone, so. There we go, here's the Keystone. Alright. So, let's just say Bubbles. Yeah, it's not gonna work for her. But Supergirl's next to us, so. Still works for Supergirl, so. Keystones looks like it still works. I'm assuming, you know, if you get like far enough away, yeah, you'll just get bigger. So, it seems like most Keystones will do the same thing. I might cut here to another Keystone just to make sure, though. Alright, so now we're going to look at the Shift Keystone with our characters here. I'm assuming that this should work, but just wanted to test it out anyway. This is going to be in Simpsons level. It was the one that I thought of first, and I was like, okay, let's just do this. So you can see that we are Finn down here on the bottom right. And if I was to go and do this, it looks like everything is correct. He still shifts and everything like that. I'm assuming it'll be the same for whoever is or down here. Looks like we're Slimer, so let's try this here. Oh, that's funny. It doesn't work because he's Slimer. But that should be everything in this section here. Obviously, we could just like skip it if we wanted to, but I don't think there's anything different around here. But it seems like all the Keystones just work correctly, so I don't think there's any issues with that. But that should be it for the Keystones here. Alright, so the next test I wanted to do here was in the Midway arcade world. As you can see, we are Game Arcade on the 4th player side here, and I just want to see if the games work with 4 players or if it glitches out. So as you can see, we have Super Sprint here, and we're our 4th player, so let's see if it loads. Okay, no glitches here. Just to say I started, I can start, and it looks like it's gonna work fine and things like that. I'm no good at this game, but oh yeah, I'm no good at this game. I'm gonna not play that, but so you can see how bad I am. But okay, so we were on the bottom right-hand side of the game. Looks like everything's normal here. Let's try it with Bubbles just to see if anything's different.
You can fly as well?
Try one other game,
Careful not
Cyberball.
to accidentally knock
Okay, it does seem like this works fine, and it doesn't look like there's any hiccups with it. So we'll just go ahead and exit this one. And make sure everything works okay. Yeah, everything looks fine here. So if you want to play Midway Arcade with 4 players, looks like you can totally do that. Let's go on to the next test. Alright, so now I want to try a different thing. I want to try a restoration project in an adventure world here. I'm going to do this with my 3rd player, Supergirl, and see what happens here. Okay, so it actually is not prompting me at all to even buy it. So I can't even buy a restoration project from what I'm seeing here. Can I collect a red brick? Okay, so I am able to collect that. That is interesting.
What do you mean they closed the
Let's try and let's try and get the restoration with bubbles and see if that does work. And then we can also try to get a gold brick here too. So let's try that real quick.
Wish I had one of them gyrospheres.
Okay, so it does just show up for, or it looks like your front 2 characters. So the jukebox will only show up for, like, for them, for instance. Let's try to go now with, I'm trying to figure out who my Supergirl is. Here we go. I'm going to try and see if we can use the jukebox with her. Okay, so we can use the jukebox. But it looks like when you pull the jukebox bar, it pulls it up with bubbles for some reason. But I mean, it looks like you can do it as normal. Just for some reason it shows up with bubbles. Yeah, so I'm curious if it does that for your player 2 also. That is kind of strange. Okay, let's see if player 4 does it. So we're gonna get back out. Okay, so it looks like, I mean, you can, if you're playing 4 players, you can just mess with somebody by messing with the jukebox because it just decides that you want to play, you have to only control it with player 1. So that is odd. But let's go ahead with Supergirl and actually try to collect a gold brick. I actually now, okay, there we go. It wasn't letting me move as Supergirl, so I thought there was a glitch there somewhere. Also now I'm like Supergirl, or Bubbles, and I kind of don't want to play that. What do I want to do? There we go. Let's do that. Now I just need to figure out where a gold brick is, because I really don't know. It's so tough without a map to figure out what a gold brick is here. This is actually on a different save file. We're doing this on a completely different save file. So let's go in here. Okay. So I actually do need Gandalf or somebody. Let's just put in Voldemort.
After tonight, no one will ever again question my powers.
So you can transport Voldemort to myself. That works. Oh wow, this is a really new save file. I just pulled up one of my... Oh, that's not what I wanted to do, but it's okay. I'm gonna assume that we can collect the gold brick itself. It's just a matter of... For this one, I actually am gonna need Voldemort on, so... We're gonna need to transform him. And then we're gonna go into the yellow. And then hopefully that'll open up. the door here. And then it looks like we'll need Zane or somebody. Actually, I have Slimer in the game, but just to make sure we can actually collect the gold brick with someone else, we'll turn to Slimer. Or, not Slimer, we'll turn to Zane.
Does someone require
So, let's see. Here's Zane. And we're still doing this gold brick.
You can fly as
And
well?
we'll just confirm this is our
Professor
bottom
accidentally
left
knocked
character.
Alex into the mix when he made you too?
Alright. And we were able to collect the gold brick, so it does look like all the gold brick collecting is good. The jukebox thing is weird, but if you want to just, you know, play as 4 characters, it looks like 4 people can be collecting gold bricks at the same time. It's just a matter of you can't do a quest. I do want to try, just while I'm here in this world anyway, I do want to see if my player 1 character can do a quest. The one that I'm thinking of is there's a player quest in this mountain here. So I'm going to try to do this one here. Sorry if you're hearing any outdoors stuff. I'm hearing it's like thundering outside while I'm recording this. So, alright, so let's try this
You haven't
here
seen any eggs like this one around, have you?
with Claire. I think that this will probably be fine, but I really don't know. I mean, it's tough.
The problem is they're
So, like,
Indominus Rex eggs, and if they hatch, the results
obviously everyone else should be still
disastrous.
able to move.
Unless
Yeah,
you
everyone
push
else is
the
still able to move.
framework, of course.
I have a feeling if I was to press the jukebox, I would brick the game right now. Where am I? Well, technically, we're actually playing something right now. Alright, let's see if this bricks the game. Since I am playing this with player 1 now. Yeah, so player 1 looks like it works. So, if you want to do it with player 4, no, but player 1 it does work. As you can see though, on the bottom of the screen, you can see the egg counter for each individual
How's the search
square.
going?
And you can also
Hurry,
see it
you've got to find those eggs.
twice
Oh,
on the
but please,
top.
don't get me.
So, I mean, you
There's
see it
been enough of that happening
on
lately,
pretty
as
much
it
every
is.
square like 5 times, which is crazy. So if you want to collect stuff, this is all sorts of messed up. I mean, but yeah, that is most of the world exploring that I want to do. Just to verify once again. Oh, also, it looks like when I press this, nothing appears. So that's weird too. Oh, okay, so now I'm pressing this and it shows up with Slimer. So Slimer is the one controlling this now. Even though earlier it was specifically with Bubbles. So that is... everything is just so confusing here. I feel like this video is going to be an hour long. I mean, I've been recording for so long about this. There is so many, like, weird things with this glitch. Obviously, you can do some basic stuff, like collect some gold bricks and, like, do races and things, but, I mean, if you want to get too complicated, you got to do most things as player 1 and 2, but it is all so interesting. But let's go back to Vorton on my main profile, and we're going to do some other testing here. Alright, so now we're going to do a little bit of testing in the kind of main mechanics, like dropping out and like pad mechanics and things like that. So the first thing I want to try here is just dropping out with our player 3 and 4 characters and see, you know, if that's all normal. So I am trying to drop out here with, you can see Supergirl here on the left, and it is not letting me drop out. I'm pressing the button a million times, not doing anything. Let's try it with our Newt, just to check. And it doesn't look like it's working for some reason. So you cannot drop out as player 3 and 4. How about, like, ooh, now the menu is showing up weirdly. Okay. How about going to an alter ego? Okay, that looks alright. Let's try with Newt. Let's go to our build menu. So I have the story pack Niffler. So let's go to the instructions. Okay, game does not like that. So I guess for the instructions we have to do something else. So I guess we'll reset again. Alright, so the next test I want to try is to go onto the toy pad. Also, I'm not sure what that other glitch was, because as you can see, now it says that we can switch between characters and it looks normal, so I'm not sure why it was showing up on the middle of the screen that time. I think this glitch just like causes all sorts of problems, so I think I'm a much different fan of it than I was earlier when I was first experimenting with it. So it looks very, very glitchy. I mean, which makes sense because it's not technically intended to happen. But let's try the toy pad section. This is with Newt, who is my player 4. We're gonna go from right to left here because I want to end with the level select, at least for the toy pad section here. Okay. So let's go to extras first, and then we'll see if all these work. I'm going to assume that upgrades is not going to work like it was before, but we'll see if any of these other ones work. Okay, it does look like the extras one does work. And I can get through pretty much everything here. So that's fine. How about the mini-kit viewer? Yeah, mini-kit viewer looks like it works as well. That's great. And you can get through pretty much everything. Yeah, I just got through everything. So that's awesome. How about red bricks? Can I buy anything here? No, I cannot. It just directly closes the game. So at least you can get through extras and mini kit viewing, but you cannot get to extras. We'll try the next one next here. Alright, so let's try the next one here. We were just doing the we tried these ones and we made sure they worked. This one did not. Let's try characters next. Alright, it didn't like that one either. So I'm just seeing that nothing really works too much in this game with player 3 and 4. It just either glitches out like that, or you know, you just like the jukebox earlier what we were looking at, just can't do it. So let's go reset again and see if the upgrades works on the portal itself. Alright, so this time we are going to be doing this with Owen Grady. And I'm assuming this will be a quick one, but let's take a look. Yep, just like before, it just freezes up. So once again, doesn't work. We'll go to the level select next and just see there. Alright, so now we're going to look here with Owen, who is our player 3 this time. And we already tried everything else. We're going to try level select now. So, looks fine on my end. Everything seems normal, even though we're not selecting it. Now, presumably, if we go into the battle arena and exit, we are no longer able to play as player 3 and 4, and that ends the glitch, essentially. So, let's just confirm that our 2 regular controllers are normal. Okay. So it actually looks like our second player you cannot view anymore. Let's see if I switch characters. Does that fix that? No. I actually I'm assuming if I just drop him. Oh, I can't even drop him out anymore. What if I take everybody off except for Supergirl? Does that fix it? Okay. So now let's just say like we're gonna fly up here with Supergirl, and then we can just add another character. Does that fix the glitch? Can I add a second controller in at that point?
I hope you haven't summoned me just to jumpstart a car.
Okay. Now it has the opposite effect. Okay.
I gotta go feed Streaky.
Trust me, you do not want to be around a super cat when it gets mad.
So, alright, it looks like now, whenever I do, I can't drop out with my other character. I just can't drop out in general, it looks like, anymore. So, great. Presumably we can still do the glitch again, to fix this. So I'm assuming that that would be fine if I wanted to just do the glitch again. And add 4 players back in. Wow, Supergirl goes way slower than Jay does. Trying to control just 2 controllers at once here, so. But presumably this should fix. Okay. So we're just gonna go with him. The way he just. Okay, no, okay. We were just really close to there. So we should still be able to do this glitch now. Let me add just a couple of characters in here. These are different than before, but that's fine. Alright. And just confirm that we can actually do the glitch again. Okay. And then I had to get my controllers ready. Presumably they're good, but we'll just check again. Okay. Yeah, that looks like it worked, so. Yeah, we're moving around as everybody, so we're fine. Yeah, so that glitch, that does resolve the glitch, presumably. And so we're able to do that again. Oh, okay. We had a black screen at first, but it looks like everything's fine on here. Oh yeah, I can't do that on this controller. And we'll just we'll do our next glitch here. Now that I have this working again. Alright, perfect. So the next thing I want to try here, we tried dropping out with player 3 and 4, and it didn't work. I want to try dropping out with player 1 and 2, who obviously are our primaries. So let's try that and see what happens. So we'd have Jake as our player 1 right now. Alright, and so it just makes the screen black. I'm trying to press controllers, it does not let me add back in, no matter what I do. And the black screen that you're seeing on the left-hand top actually shows up on the bottom right-hand side if you only tried this glitch with 3 characters. So, nice nod there to that. And let's try again with our player 2 dropping out. Okay, so it does let us drop out with both of those characters. And let's see what happens here. It looks like Jay is the point of emphasis here, our 2 characters. I still cannot do anything with this. And my player 4 doesn't even... it looks like I can't even do anything with that. But if I change characters, it looks fine. I still can't pause the game, no matter what I do. But I still can play these characters. So, let's try with these 2 characters going to, like, say, an adventure world. And now it's showing that Supergirl's the emphasis. So, that is really strange. It's almost like, okay. And so I switch controllers, and now it's showing 2 screens. Perfect. All right. So I just had to mess a little bit with this, and it was able to give me the 2 screens that I needed. And still can't pause. I don't think I can pause with any... Okay. I can pause. So I pause with Jake, and I unpause with Supergirl. Let's go to the DC Comics world. Let's see what happens here. So we can still move around with our 2 controllers. Everything looks normal. And we'll see if, you know, anything different happens now that we are not having... We don't have our first 2 players. Okay. So we're having that same glitch that we were having in that Midway arcade level. I'm assuming, yeah, if I change characters, it fixes itself. Jake can move around. He can pause the game even. Supergirl still has to unpause. So we're seeing that again. Let's go to the top of Wayne Tower. Still see if we can do a race, anything like that. Okay, so the camera is really janky, but I think that that's normal with 2 players. Ooh. Am I just not able to go through that? Or is there something else going on? Because I was able to start the race fine. Let's see. Oh, there it is. It looks like I'm fine. No, it's not letting me go through the things as players. Okay, so you can't go and do races anymore. How about if I was to like change to someone else? Let's change to Supergirl with player 3. And let's see if I could do the race with her. Things just look so weird because look at the top 2 screens. It says press any button, but we're still playing. Yeah, the camera is gonna be really bad for this.
Say, didn't
Nope.
I pass your home planet on my
Okay,
way
so
to
you
Earth?
cannot go through any of the rings in a race. I'll just verify in a different race just to confirm, but I'm gonna say it's probably gonna be the same thing. And also the camera just does not like me in this at all. Yep, no. No more race validity.
Joplin. Joplin.
Okay. This time I pause with Supergirl, unpause with ET.
Darn it. How
Let's
am I
try
gonna
a
explain this
quest
to the
and see if
mayor?
this bricks the game.
Think of it. Which mayor would I? Good news is we managed to intercept another.
I'm just gonna skip
if you
this.
see any
Alright, so now this only shows up here. Let's see. And the quest works now. So quests now work. You can see it, what you're looking for on the bottom right hand and the bottom left hand side of the screen.
So why exactly
There's
are they
still
trying
no
to
mini
fight
map
me?
with
They just not
these
like
2
my cape or
characters,
something?
but I can at least do a quest. So it looks like you have more options now that player 1 and 2 are out of the game.
riches lying around?
Still really, really strange that you can't even go and do a race anymore. I think there's way too much testing to do here. I mean, I think I'm at an hour already, but there's just so many crazy things that you can do with this glitch. It just opens up so many opportunities. I want to just thank CR Reviews again for that. But I think that should be it here. I will go ahead and get down here, and if there's anything else, you'll see it after this here. But if not, I will give you an outro. Alright, so I wanted to make another test here with 3 players. I accidentally made a glitch where I had 3 players when I was trying to do the glitch. So I want to try dropping out with player 1 and 2 here and seeing what happens once I have 3 players. Okay, so you can see that we still have 3 players in here. There's my 3rd player. So let's try dropping out now. Okay, so it actually does not like that. And when I try to press any other controllers, it does not connect it. So I guess with 3 players, if you try to drop out both player 1 and 2, it doesn't like that. So I guess you can only do this, that's part with, specifically with the 2 players with player 3 and 4. So interesting there. Alright, I did have another thing I wanted to try with our two characters, and our player 1 and 2 dropped out. I wanted to see what happens if I try to go to a level. Okay, so now I am no longer seeing any levels. What if I was to go on this toy pad? Okay. As you can see here, it's being weird on that too. And now I'm seeing the level select over here. That doesn't make any sense at all. Oh, well, let's try to play a level. Well, it seems to be working okay. Obviously, the level select was weird, but let's just see if we can get into the level itself here. And the cutscene seems to be playing fine, and I can actually skip with player 3 and player 4 here. Probably just because... Oh! Okay, so... Okay, I'm just dying. And you can kind of see them in there. And when I try to switch characters, it does the same thing. So pretty much unplayable. Hey, but I can scroll through this list as player 3. Can I do the same thing? I can scroll through the list here. But it looks like that is definitely unplayable here in terms of levels when you drop people out. Alright, so I tried to enter another level and it did work with them. So maybe it's just kind of hit or miss. Maybe I got lucky. It seems very finicky. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, kind of a thing. But now that we are in this level, let's try it out just to see how far we can get. Maybe if there's a level we can get to. Okay. Alright, we just, since the plane is broken, I wanted to skip that. Okay. And you can't, okay. So, see this section. Oh no. Oh, okay. No, we're fine here. It seems fine here, yeah. It looks like everything is playable. So you should be fine here. But, that wasn't what I wanted to see. I just wanted to make sure this is playable. It is a little bit janky, probably just because I went out of bounds, but it looks like okay, this is kind of weird, but it looks like everything is fine here. But that's kind of the testing I wanted to do there. I do have one other test that I want to do that also could be a little bit of an easier way to do the glitch. Not an easier way, but a different way to do the glitch. So we'll look at that next, and then I think that should be it here. Alright, so the next thing I want to test here is actually to see if we can do this glitch a different way without doing the mystery level. I am trying to see if this is something maybe we could do when going to a level. I know it's not going to work with going to a story pack because it sends you straight into the story pack level, but when you have new levels, it does prompt you to play the level if you go through the adventure world. So I'm curious to see if I was trying to implement this glitch, would it work if I tried to play the level? So let's try it here and see what happens. So we're going to try the same way. Make sure all of our controllers are connected and everything. And then we're going to try and span this again. Alright, let's see if that worked. Obviously, since we're going to be playing a level pack, it'll be a little different, but we'll see. So, I mean, it looked promising from what I was looking at, but I also don't know. So, obviously this is the intro to this level. Okay, and then Jake leaves. Perfect. Okay, so it actually works with this level. So that actually makes it a whole bunch different. So that means you can also do it just by going to a world and prompting a level. So that is also game breaking. That's great. That is really cool. So obviously I'm not going to do any more experimenting in this level specifically, but like that is really good to know that you actually can do this a different way. So I will have this as a timestamp for sure. But definitely game breaking to know that you could be playing this a different way. Can I do press this with? Yep, I didn't think so. Just wanted to make sure. But yeah, that is a different way to implement this glitch. I think that probably is the only other way that you can do it, because you can't do it through story packs. But if you wanted to go into the mystery dimension or this way, you could also do it this way. But the mystery dimension is definitely going to be the best way, because like for me, I was doing this glitch on my completed save file. But if you wanted to do it this way, also a way you could do it without having to buy 14 characters and everything else like that. Alright, so that should do it here for this video. I know this is probably a long one, so if you made it to the end, I do appreciate you. I want to thank CR Reviews for finding this glitch again. I know that I found a different way in this video to perform the glitch, but I still want to thank him because he's the one who originally found this. I could be playing this for hours, just kind of experimenting and testing like I did, but I feel like I did far more than I expected to. And found a lot more game-breaking bugs. I think I reset this glitch probably 10 or 20 times just recording this video. So definitely a lot crazier of a glitch than I thought going into this. So thank you all for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. If you can subscribe, that would be great. And if you guys could like the video, if I can get this to 10 or 15 likes, that would be amazing. If more, that would be awesome as well. But thank you guys. Stay tuned for more content to the channel. I have a lot more Dimensions content in mind since this is the 10-year anniversary of the game. So stay tuned for that. But if not, thank you very much, and you guys have a great day.